this is all the redstone needed for this invention to work. I've split into 3 parts. The blue, which is eating the Senzu bean, the green, which is yelling the words Kamehameha, and the red, which is actually the explosion. First off, let's go over the mechanics of eating the Senzu bean. So eating the Senzu bean is quite simple. So there's a super fast clock over here setting air and a redstone block, so setting air and a redstone block, so it's super fast. And that is basically testing for this. Test for an item with the Minecraft data of Minecraft ID of Minecraft die damage value of 10, which so happens to be the lime dye, which I renamed to Senzu bean, so meh. So if I drop this and it did find out there is a lime dye on the floor, this comparator would go off, go into these repeaters, or this repeater, and go into these command blocks. So the first one over here gives the effect of resistance 100 for 10 seconds. This one kills the Minecraft dye, or the lime dye, so as soon as you drop it, it disappears. And this one plays the random burp sound, so after you drop it, it'll play a burp sound, and that's how you eat the Senzu bean. Now, let's go over the yelling of the Kamehameha. This is actually quite simple. First off, we have the Tellraw. Well, I done it in Tellraw. You could do it in text. It's just have a program. If you want to use it, the link is in the description. It basically lets you color text and do a Tellraw command, which is awesome. So this says Kamehameha. Okay, now to explain the explosion directional. So this one might actually take a while to explain because it is difficult. So you actually have to use quite a lot of math, and luckily I am pretty good at math. I'm just saying. But after the repeaters go through all these command blocks, it goes into this redstone wire. And what this redstone wire is, that it powers the dispenser, and in these dispenser are MBT data command blocks. So I've got all of them over there, so they all have MBT data command blocks. So there's 4 directions, obviously: north, east, south, west. You could actually have northeast, southeast, southwest, and northwest. Yeah, northwest. You could have that going in diagonal, but this is just a quick demonstration. This is actually the potential of the new command that they've added in Minecraft, which is test for directional. So what test for directional is, that if you see the facing under chunks, it says east towards the positive X, and they have 2 random numbers. People don't really care about the 2 random numbers, but this is actually really crucial to this, how this works. So the first set of numbers, tells you the X and Z, or the X of which way you're facing in numerical. So it goes from 0 to negative 1. Alright, so it goes all the way up to 180, and it goes down to negative 1. And the second number is your Y, so if you look to 90 and ends at 90, negative 90, 90. So that's all fun, and it looks simple. It's pretty self-explanatory. It's just directions. It's coordinates of which way you're facing. But now this is testing for negative 30 is your maximum. Negative 30 is your maximum, and positive 30 is your minimum. Sorry. So this is facing north. North. There we go. So I've started at my focal point. Well, the main section is gonna be 180. So from positive 30, which is over here, to all the way to negative 30, 130, sorry. In that region, it will test for if you're in that region with your cursor. And if you are, the comparator will go off and go into this repeater and go into these 5 set of command blocks. So these 5 set of command blocks are the easier part of the whole thing. So I'm actually executing and the nearest player and summoning a creeper 3 blocks away from them. So if I were facing east, there would be 1, 2, 3 blocks away from them. And it has the explosion radius of 5, so how big the explosion is. It has the fuse of 1, which makes them explode right away, and the ignited of 1, which is they ignite as soon as they spawn. They have the custom name of Kamehameha, which means if I were to eat a Senzu bean and blast my friend with Kamehameha, it would say blah 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 has been blown up by Kamehameha, which is pretty neat, I gotta say. So over here it just says execute at P nearest player with the particle wake. So it just basically it's just hiding the fact that I used the creeper, not TNT. I just thought the name would be a cool touch. So this does the same thing farther and farther away from them until it reaches 15 blocks away from them, and then it just stops. But I have 3 command blocks here, and there's a good reason why. So if I were to get rid of all these repeaters and drop the Senzu bean or the lime dye, it would place all these command blocks, and they would stay there, and that's not really good because then you can't run the command again. And if you saw in that little test demo, I've done it 3 times actually. So this last command block fills this region with Minecraft air. So basically from the let me find the block, there we go, from the 2 gravel points it sets air, so they get rid of all these command blocks. So if I were to push this button over here, probably cause an explosion. Yep. It gets rid of these command blocks. So you might be asking, why the heck have you done that? You could just place command blocks, but that's not all there is to this. You see, if you test for something, you have to test for it constantly, and I don't really want to test for that constantly. I could do a quick test for clock over here, a little clock over here, but you know, why not do it more complicated? So when you test for something, it tests for the thing only once. So if I'm facing east or north, it would not work. Easy as that, compared to turn off. If I'm facing west, it would turn on, and it would do the whole explosion sequence. But if I did it again and I'm facing west, it would stay on and it would not redo the explosion sequence, which is not really good because you can't use it in one direction more than once, which is bad. So that's why I've displayed set up these dispensers, so when they get triggered, lime dye anyway. There we go. Lime dye, if I throw one, they place and get rid, and they leave really quickly, which is really nice. So this is in 4 directions: north, east, south, west. You could have north, south, what? East, southeast, and then southwest, and north, south. No, north, south again, northwest. Yeah, you could have those, but this is just demonstration purposes. They do actually work for all of them. So if I were to face this way, Kamehameha, face this way, another Kamehameha, and face this way, another Kamehameha, and also the final way. You could also do it for up. You could actually set this up for very, very precisely. So if you were facing this way, it would go that way, and what you can do with the directional thing is amazing. So definitely should tamper around with that later on, and you should tamper around with that too. If you need any help or any suggestions on what I should do next, please put them in the comments, because I'm running out of ideas. This actually took me quite a while to do because of the fact that setting up the mathematical equation for this, no, I didn't do equation, I'm not that smart, but using the maths for this is quite difficult. So I'm pretty sure you can do it, because yeah, you're smart, I know it. So that's all there is to it. If you have any questions about this crazy contraption, leave it in the comment section, and if you'd like to suggest anything, like I said, put it in the comments, and like the video if you like this, and subscribe if you want to. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. See ya.